And we will bomb. I believe it's on the left side. We'll put it in the middle because I don't remember which one it is. Oh, it's on the right. So good thing I put it in the middle. And here, it's still a secret to everybody. Now from here, we can head down one screen and we can find the next secret on this screen. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. Somehow we walked into that. And it's the right Armos. It's usually the right Armos, isn't it? Alright, down here we can find another secret to everybody. 30 rupees this time. And we'll just go ahead and leave. I don't need the secret again. Alright, we'll head up a couple screens and then right a couple screens. Hey, they didn't jump on me. That one came close though. And we can head, isn't it in here? No, this is the money-making game. Huh. I think I messed this one up a little bit, but maybe it's up here a little bit more. I don't think I'm too far from it. No? Alright, hold on. Because I thought it was there. That is the money-making game. Hold on. I indeed was not too far from it. In fact, I was pretty much there. What you need to do is head to this screen here, and then I believe it's right there. No, there we go. It's a secret staircase, which will lead you to another secret to everybody. This one is definitely worth it. 100 rupees. If I had room for it, that'd be great. But I'm maxed out already. So now it is the long journey back to the home screen, the origin screen. And we'll take that journey because everything starts there. It just feels right. We are almost done with secrets. I know we've been doing it for a while. We will get back to the actual plot, even though there's not too much plot to this game. We'll get back to that shortly, but for the time being, it's a secret to everybody. I do have to say they give you much more than you need, and I didn't want to use them kind of during when I was doing the money grinding. It felt kind of cheap to do it that way, especially since I knew there were a couple ones that were real close to me. But ultimately, yeah, let's say they're going to get off. There we go. That's what I wanted, and we'll head back. I felt like doing it. Oh, come on. Doing it during money grinding was not necessarily the way to go, even though it would have shortened it a little bit. Even though it would have shortened it. I do want one more heart. I'm not going to be able to get it. All right, so there's just one more thing that I want to show off. It's not everything in the game that I'm showing off. There are a couple places that I have not been to, a couple screens that I haven't shown off. There are also shops that I haven't gone to, but nothing really that important, I would say. But there is, I should say, one more secret that I want to show off. It just happens to be in 4 different places, and I'll show you that right now. Let's head off 2 screens to the right, and that'll take us to the first location. That is technically a secret, but like I said, the pattern looks very familiar. Now, you can't unlock this without the power bracelet, so you will need to come here later in the game. You can't do this from the beginning, but this left one here can still be pushed up and will be taken to a warp point. Now, the way that I understand these is through colors, because that's the way that it's most commonly referred to online. It does say, take any road you want. This is the blue warp, and it can take us to the green one. The left one is the green one. The middle one is the red one, and the right one is the orange one. So we're going to go left to right here kind of a bit, and we will go to the green warp. And this warps us to, as you can see, a hidden location. This is in the top right of the map, as you can see from our mini map in the top left. The secret location is down here, very close to where we were getting a couple secrets last time we headed out. But let's head back in. This is the green one. the green one, things change, as you might expect. This one will take us to the red warp. This one will take us to the orange warp, and this will take us back to the blue one that we were at before. So let's head to the red warp, and it'll give us a much easier location to spot. We've passed this several times. It is in the northwestern part of the map, as you can tell from our mini map there. Also, let's make sure I have the right thing equipped. Kind of easy to see. You can go through the Lost Woods to get here. I would recommend, once you get the step ladder, it's easier to go through Death Mountain. To get here, it's pretty much the one screen to the right, 5 up, and then left a ways. And then there's a little bit stranger once you get kind of close. But ultimately, this will warp you a little bit closer to Death Mountain. And then once again, you can push that forward. You do need the power bracelet to push those rocks, though. All right, so the red warp will take us orange from the middle, then blue, and green. So we're going to go to the last one here, the orange one, which takes us, as you can see, kind of towards the middle of the map. We haven't been here too much. It's actually right once up to, oh sorry, from the origin screen, right once, up to, right one, and up one. So not necessarily a place that we have been too often, but you have to push that one in order to open up the warp. With that said, let's head back into the orange warp. This time it will be blue on the left, green in the middle, and then red on the right. So if you really want to just kind of cycle around the world, you're not sure what they are, always choose left. That's the way that I think about it. If you always choose left, you'll eventually get to the one that you want to get to. So taking us to the left one here will take us back to our first warp point, which is the blue warp point. Like I said, though, it's kind of confusing, and they're not necessarily obvious areas, but those are the 4 warp points in the game. Feel free to utilize them if you understand them better than I do, but that is going to do it for the secrets. I think it's time to get back to plot. After all, I'm fully loaded. Let's head to dungeon number 9. As you might expect, this is going to take us to Death Mountain. That just has a final dungeon name to it, doesn't it? Death Mountain. So, for this one, we are going to be heading right one screen and then up. We have taken this path many times before, but this time it's going to be slightly different, as I'm sure you might imagine. Really? Just give me the heart. Oh, now I have to go through P-hats. They're not going to give me anything because I'm not going to kill them. All right, so right one screen, up 5 screens, left one screen, up, left, across the river, then up the stairs. Then from here, careful with this one guy, then head left a couple screens. Let's try to make sure. Let's try to make sure I'm at full health before moving forward. Somehow we managed that. All right, here we can find 2 giant boulders, I would say, or rocks, I guess. These are known as spectacle rocks because I guess they kind of look like spectacles. You want to bomb the left one here and head in to dungeon number 9. Oh, you're damn right we get new music for this. And we have made it inside Death Mountain. Now I'm going to tackle this dungeon differently than I've tackled the other dungeons. The other dungeons I was kind of focused on going into every room to kind of show everything off. This time we're not going to be doing that because there are a ton of rooms. If I remember right, there are over 50 rooms and it's difficult. So I'm going to be focused purely on objectives this time. Kind of hoping that I make it through, if you know what I mean. So we're going to start by heading north. Now here they would stop you if you did not have the Triforce. We're going to head north again and tackle our first room of enemies, which are pretty easy if you have the sword beam. If you do not have the sword beam, everything here is susceptible to the wand. The likes are probably my favorite thing to use the wand on. I already have the bombs equipped. I'm not used to having those equipped. All right, so we want to bomb over there. Let's switch to the boomerang now. And we can head in and take on some new enemies. They look like enemies that we have encountered before, but upgraded. Honestly, don't know the names of these guys. We'll call them fireworms, for lack of a better word for the time being. Which I'm absolutely positive is not their real name. But for the time being, we can head down this passage here. These passages are going to be quite useful to us. I think you actually have to use them in order to get there, but it is definitely the quickest way. I don't need to kill that last one. We can just move forward and show up over here. Careful, they spawn you with likes. Just keep your distance from them. Wand if you have to. But they will go down. They will die. I don't know if I necessarily want to be here, but there we go. No problem. All right, so let's head forward, and we can find ourselves some useful items with whiz robes. All right, let me hang out like here, so hopefully they don't hit me. And then I don't even know what else to use at this point. There we go. Things are working out pretty nice. Oh. Back up to full health. Didn't think that would happen. All right, from here, I do want to bomb to the south so that I can move forward in search of an item. And then I'll let you guys live, actually, because I don't need anything. We'll head down again, where we can find some things that'll make me need other things. Just stick and move. Stick and move. That's really the best advice that I can give you. Just one stick and then you move. And here you can get the compass. That is a lot closer on the screen than it actually is. It's a lot further than that appears. That is where the treasure is. Although this time, I don't think it's a Triforce. Just a thought. Well, technically, I shouldn't really say anything, should I? From here, we want to head over to the right, where we can take on this guy. Now, being at full health makes this guy a lot easier. So, well, otherwise, he's not easy. I don't know how else to put it. There's no, like, secondary thing. You want to kill all the small guys first, and then you can tackle this big guy. That's the general strategy. And we're back up on bombs. We will head... Yeah, let's head to the south here. Yeah, that guy is not easy if you don't have Sword Beam. He's impervious to the wand, which, you know, would be perfect to use against him. But, like,